Hey guys, Andrew here. Welcome to Only Murders Discussed on this podcast, a side podcast of the Andrew Stittle podcast, where we discuss Only Murders in the Building, starring Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. I did not think of the name of this show until the second episode, so I'm just giving you a heads up. I did actually say this is the Andrew Stittle podcast in the intro, but I'm just giving you a heads up right now. Um, all the disclaimers of watch along with us are going to be in the intro of the actual episode as well, but just wanted to give you that heads up. No graphic content of any nature, no violence, none of that, not in this episode at all. So I just wanted to reassure you on that. Now let's go. Let's discuss Only Murders in the Building. Come on, come on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Interested podcast. And we're reviewing Fast and the Furious 22. I'm kidding.
No.
No, we have Henry here and we have Sebastian here. They're usually the crew that we review the Fast and the Furious films with. Today, we are doing a special episode of the Interested podcast where we discuss only murders in the building. Y'all get that reference if you've watched the episode. So, I just want to see where are you guys on the series before we continue this little thing.
Go ahead, Henry.
Where I am with the series. Are you talking about if I finished it or not?
Yes.
That what you're asking? Yes, I did finish it. It was a while ago when it started, so I've forgotten quite a few details.
Okay.
Which is good. Because I was reminded after rewatching the first episode, I was like, oh yeah, that did happen. Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting. For myself, the last episode that I watched was episode 10, right? There's like what, 12 episodes, if I'm not mistaken?
I'd have to look that up after. I'll put
Like
that in post.
So yeah, I'm in episode 10. I was intending to finish it, but then you introduced the idea of the podcast. I was like, wait, hold on. I'm gonna just hold it off. I want to just
because
you guys and right now I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. It's still
So I want to stress to the viewers before we go any further, we are going to spoil episode 1.
yes.
We will not specifically spoil certain details about the ongoing episodes. This is only going to be spoiling episode 1. So please watch along with us at home in order from where we are continuing. So shall I begin, gentlemen, so we can then discuss?
Yes.
We start off with an emergency service unit searching the building. But for what? What do you think they're searching for?
Well, weren't they? Huh. It's true. No idea.
That's all right. This one doesn't really have an answer quite yet. Now we see two men, unnamed at the moment, arguing we're not going to leave her. I wonder who is this her? Anyways, the two men enter a room and see a mysterious woman on the ground with blood all over her shirt and says, "It's not what you think." Bam! Flash to 2 months earlier. So I don't think, as far as you guys, we don't know the answer to that quite yet. This far.
No.
Agreed?
No
Okay.
context.
No.
So we get a little context though to this one character. We don't quite get his name yet. This character is going on this nice little speech about New York and the people and how life is there and all that good stuff. We have great little Steve Martin here in the intro.
Yes.
Not named yet, but we'll just call him Stevie Boy for now.
It was
Till he
funny.
gets another name.
It's funny to see him in this very modern setting. I was like, huh, it's interesting. Using iPhones and stuff. I'm like, I never imagined I would see. Well, it's not a movie, but it's almost like that with Steve Martin.
That's true.
Modern New York. Like, whoa.
Well, it's interesting that you actually bring that up. I wanted to show you a little tidbit that I learned. Tell you a tidbit I learned from an interview he said. So he had this idea for this show for like 10 plus years or something.
Wow.
And the original concept was apparently him and a bunch of dudes in a in a building who wanted to solve murders, but they were lazy. They didn't want to leave the building, so they said only murders in the building. So when
Oh,
murder in the building happened, that was the original concept. In
that would have been funny too.
But yeah, he just never had anybody to people kept telling him it was a great idea, but he just never had anybody to write it with him. And obviously,
was it
still could
available?
happen. So this idea got expanded. What if we do this?
Something glorious came from that.
Did.
Ah, yes. Now, we do get a reveal, however, through an interaction with a fan that his name in whatever property this is Brazos. I'm assuming this is referencing shows like CSI and CIS, yada, yada, yada. One of those, one of those little crime dramas. Maybe even go far back, like, I can't remember the name of those shows in the 90s, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, like Columbo, like Magnum PI, stuff like that.
NYPD Blues.
Yeah.
Those are the cool ones, though.
This is the coolest one. Come on.
We get like this weird though dark moment when he interacts with the fan. He's like,
Oh,
yes, tell your dad, or tell you, Brazos took that picture. Well, he can't. He has ALS. And it's like, damn.
yeah. Damn, yeah. It's
pretty severe. It's like
That's a dark moment.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like, oh, dude, it is dark comedy. Goddamn, shit.
But Steve Martin is really good at pulling off these like sarcastic but dark moments where I'm like, Jesus, why am I laughing? But like also going like, oh shit, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Like you could have just walked away, but you didn't. You just like sat there in the moment and just like be embarrassed.
It's almost as if he didn't know how to interact with fans. He was like, okay, man, I guess this is happening. Tell your dad Brazos took that picture. As if he was fucking in Megamind. I love you too, citizen. But let's move on here. We then get our unnamed female character. We'll call her Selena for short here.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
keep calling her that. She tells us about, living in New York, how she doesn't want to end up on Dateline, how she has this recurring dream, which very interesting dream of her getting stabbed by a guy in a ski mask. And then anytime she struggles to like get through this, she'll literally just imagine that she's killing him and then, yes.
Yeah.
That is portrayed so like dark. I'm like, wow, we are watching a TVMA show.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. Like, oh yeah, these people are kind of twisted a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know about these people.
Got a little murderous,
Very.
intent.
But she's sporting a very fancy yellow jacket, by the way, and some cool.
I want that jacket. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, damn, I kind of want that jacket, that beanie. Looks nice.
But yeah, we already established right off the bat that that character is very resourceful and that she can get out of any of these situations. In fact, literally get out of being murdered in her dreams. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
She's a lucid dreamer.
We get Marty. No, not Martin Scorsese. Get your head out of the gutter. Martin Short. Come on.
It is New York, but not Marty Scorsese.
Although it would be interesting if they get Martin Scorsese for season 2, but I don't know how they would do that.
Season 2, we'll see.
They'll curb it in. Larry David's gonna be there too. Curbing all that shit.
That'd be great.
We then get our third character, who it's to be assumed that the way he's talking about everything, he's in the theater. We assume. I'm sure we all agree on this.
Yes.
And then he goes into this very interesting spiel. The Claude Loan. I probably said that wrong, but it's a man trying to bounce back up into life and find his purpose. Honestly, very deep. It's very well done.
Yeah. Imagery is cool. I like that.
And then, boom, theme, which really is a very simplistic theme. It's a very simple theme. It's literally just a cartoon little picture of all the people in the building, and it's just a little simple la la la. that's really all you need. You know, you get a
Yeah.
little bit to everything for the show. It's cool.
It reminded me very like kind of like New Yorker magazine kind of art style, you know, very
Mhm.
simple, but also kind of like a storybook, a very fucked up storybook. But
Putting
Yeah,
it.
people get stabbed in this one.
yeah, people get murdered and stuff. But I was like, yeah, this looks kind of nice. It makes me want to go to New York and just hang out for a little bit. But I was like, should I after this? I don't think so.
I don't know about right now, but
I'm gonna get murdered in my own buildings. It's like, as you can see, I'm in the Alconia right now.
you can't actually. It's not actually called that, but you can actually live there for like $4 million apparently. So they're not kidding throughout the show. It's expensive.
It
Shit.
looks expensive.
Yeah. No wonder how these people can live there. It's crazy.
But yes, Stevie Boy enters the elevator, and well, let's just say it right off the bat. He's in a.
Yeah.
I need my coffee, man. I need to get the fuck up there. Oh, Marty's entering. Uh oh. Oh no, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Selena enters the elevator, and it's all chill. It's whatever.
hmm Yeah, but we can see that Steve is like very isolating. He just doesn't want to talk to people. Doesn't want to hang out. Just rather be in his house, listening to. Well, we'll find out.
Well, yes, Marty pops in. He's like, yes, I need to get to my room. Can you please help me, gentlemen? Please let me come in the elevator. That's Steve's dialogue for the scene.
It's just like this guy.
Steve's
Get me
being
off
the
this
grumpy
elevator.
man. And basically, then we get the very interesting character Tim Kono. He walks into the elevator and says, "I want my package. Where is my package? I need it now."
Mhm.
And I wonder what this package is. Is this gonna be important? I don't know. We'll know.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Find out.
Bag. What's in the bag? I don't know.
Yeah, what's in the bag?
Yeah, what's going on there? Hmm.
We also get this awkward. We'll call it product placement slash joke.
Oh yeah.
Oliver Beats there.
Beats.
Yeah. Beats.
I'm like, wait, what?
I had
And
some yellow
wearing them,
ones.
A lot of fancy product in this.
yeah, I don't get it. But I would no, I wanted to notice. I wanted to notice something. I noticed something. They close up on the trash bag. I feel like this is gonna come up later. Something about that little blue loop. I don't know.
No.
That blue loop. I don't know. I don't know. But basically, the gist of the rest of the conversation they have in the elevator is, Marty's rambling on like, "Oh, liquor be the."
Marty
Steve's like,
McFly.
"Out of here! Get out of here! Goodbye."
Yeah.
This is your
Gives us a little.
floor. Get out.
Even the elevator wanted that conversation to end, which is a great little Steve Brazos quote. We'll say Brazos quote on that one.
Brazos.
And then we see our short little segment, the cool little, wouldn't be a TV show without a nice little routine section where we see each character doing their own little routine.
Mm-hmm.
Marty goes home and visits Winnie, his cute ass little dog, who will continue to
Yes.
stand throughout this show. The female, I don't want to call it a female. Selena, oh my God, words today here. Selena goes into her room and they're just sketching on her pad. Pretty simple.
Mhm.
Those are good
Yeah.
art.
But Brazo seems to be doing something a little more specific. He's should we nicely put it? He's organized. He's organizing his.
Yeah.
Organizes peppers.
That's a little weird. What the hell he's doing in there, bro? But he's the one that we get the most characterization in this scene because he literally opens the window. He's listening to some kind of instrument, gets a text, and then closes the window. So I'm not really sure. I'm not even sure if there's anything I missed in that scene other than the instrument before. I was like, I wonder if that's going to come up later. I wonder. But yes, then these characters they They get all comfortable. Marty puts on the flame. He's like, yes. Puts on this nice little crime podcast. And big reveal. All the characters are listening to what's this? All is not okay in Oklahoma.
No. Which can I say? It's very coincidental. They're all listening to the same show.
At the same time.
Can we relate? Can we? I mean, come on now. I mean,
To be fair, this show is not realistic 100%.
It
true.
just
I mean, well,
dropped. It just
I mean,
dropped
we
the
all.
episode.
Well, I guess in a way, we all watch the same podcast at the same time. Sometimes, right? Live, non-sponsored.
Could you imagine we're all watching it, the podcast of Double Toasted at the same time? Oh man, we experienced the joke at the same time. That's great.
Oh my god.
It's like if it's a live show, okay, makes sense. But this is not a live show, so why are they doing the same show at the same time? Makes no sense.
Why they do that? That's a little bit of a plot hole. Like, wait, hold on a second. They're telling me they're listening to the podcast at the same exact time.
You're thinking too much. You're thinking too
I'm
much.
sorry.
We know this. We think too much.
Womp womp. The alarm goes off. They got to skedaddle out of the building. They're out. They're out. And Brazos, he's the one on the scene. He's in the restaurant first. Well, not really first. Everybody in the building's kind of in the restaurant at that point.
Yeah.
They're all stuck there. He's all like fucking pulling a. I'm gonna listen to the podcast on my phone.
Yeah, it's like you never heard of headphones? Like
Apparently he doesn't.
But wait, you missed what
'Cause-
Steve saw before he left the apartment.
Maybe he just didn't grab his AirPods before he left. I don't know, because he just didn't have them.
mm-mm.
No.
But he still got that trusty map. He had that map from before. I forgot to mention the map. He's got that little
Yeah.
map. He's
You brought his
investigating.
map, but not the headphones? Like
No headphones. Not even cords.
slipping.
Me too. Oh my god. Yeah, the fact that he didn't bring headphones, but he bothered to bring his map in all of his little notes. He's still,
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. You were Brazos enough to bring your map, but not, okay. I'm gonna slide.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the show. It's cool. I love it, but all right. But yes, Marty is like, "Hey man, what's up? How you doing? I'm gonna come over there." Brazos is like, "Oh, Jesus, this fucker."
motherfucker.
At this point, it's already literally just Steve Martin and Martin Short in real life. They're like, "Oh God, I'm tired of you. We're gonna work again on some property."
Yeah. Just another teen show.
He's like, I'm sorry if I ever offended you if you auditioned for me. I didn't. I can't remember the name, but he's like, "Oh, so you're not that? Oh, you're the other guy. I see you, Martin Short." Little quip about Hollywood there. That was improvised, most certainly.
Marty's being Marty.
But then Marty immediately is like, "Well, I guess I'm just gonna sit here. You didn't invite me, but I'm just gonna sit here at the table. My new podcast just dropped." They both look at each other like, "Wait a minute."
Wait a second.
Going personal space.
I mean, I don't know how they figured it out that they were listening to the same podcast. That's not really explained very well, but they're just
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we're gonna assume this is like a connection, like a Keanu Reeves thing, like." You're in the Matrix
Also-
too?
I also want to point out that how Brazos, how he has no headphones, how Marty, he has the wired headphones and trying to untangle them. And then later, when Homegirl comes, she has the wireless Beats headphones. It's the progression in technology.
That's a little jab, like, So he's gonna like trying to listen through the phone. Marty's like, I'm gonna be old school. I'm gonna use the earbuds. Beats, which I guess people still buy them. I wasn't aware, but
Me either. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think that's part of Morty's character now. He's trying to well, I'm not gonna jump forward, but he's trying to be a little hip. He's part of the kids. I know headphones. Not wireless, but I'm with the kids. I get
Yeah.
But then they asked the big question, and I'll ask this question to you guys: What does Bo have in his mouth?
Mm.
We actually do get the answer right away, so thankfully.
Yeah.
Becky's panties.
Oh.
There's so many questions. Like, once you hear that, it's like, what?
Because now part of me is like, wait, what is going on in this podcast? Why is there Becky's panties and
Yeah.
Dirt
what?
out in the farm.
Wait,
I guess we need the spin-off. We need the spin-off show.
I guess people in the farm have that. I don't want to like talk shit. I don't want to be like, okay.
I don't know. He's panties, man.
But yes,
Oh.
now we get their real names after everybody's sitting down at the table and everybody's kind of sitting down. I'm Oliver Putnam. Well, Brazos, not my real name, but Charles Hayden Savage, which is a cool name by the way.
Yeah,
Just a
super
cool name.
cool.
And then just Mabel. We don't get a last name yet. We just get
It's like,
Mabel.
oh, that's your name. It's like, oh, that's kind of very timely, very classic.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh.
With no last name or anything, just a one name.
That's right. It's like Cher.
But they basically have a little. Oh my lord. They basically have a little discussion, like oh, that was cool, that was nice, yeah, that was cool. You know how people typically have a little podcast discussion at the table, and then they basically complain about, oh man, that was too much, like that's too long, whatever, yada yada yada. But then they basically ask Mabel, I'm sorry, wait a minute, who are you, and why do you live in this building?
Yeah.
And Charles himself is like, you don't have to ask that. Although, wait a minute. Yes, I am going to ask as well because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because
I was also wondering that myself. Like, how can
it's super
person live
expensive.
here?
Like, what do you do? Do you have a sugar
Yeah.
daddy or like you're a CO or
Yeah.
something?
She has a good job. I was like, I wonder what she's doing.
And we technically don't even get this answer. It's like, I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah.
We're not going to get the answer yet. But,
Yeah.
it's like, But then we finally get what Oliver is. Oliver, like we've been wondering, like, wait, we know who this guy is. We don't know who she is yet. We don't really know. We don't get that yet. It's implied he's a director. He doesn't really say quite what kind of directing he does, but it's to be implied by, I hate to say it, by his outfit and all of the things he's doing throughout here. It's implied it's stage, like, theatrical type acting.
Yeah.
It's implied.
Theater.
The theater, which Martin Short, I believe, has had some theater experience, so I'm sure the character was very specific to him. But yeah, we basically get a little bit pieces of information about each one of these characters. Mabel, not really anything. We don't learn anything because when the group asks her,
Just like,
want
I
to
plead
share,
the fifth.
we're being honest, Oliver's like, oh, I miss my kids. Charles is more like, well, I'm laid back, this is what I did. And Mabel's just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Not sharing any information. And then literally they abandon him at the table and go, oh, thanks, Charles. Don't even ask him if he can pay. They're like,
yeah, right.
Right, you're an actor.
that was such a power move because she was like, "Oh, I'll pay it," and he was like, "Oh no, I got it." And then Marty's like, "Oh," and they just get up and leave, and it was just like
that was a great moment. I really laughed at that part. Like, man.
Oh my god. And then we cut to them. They're going back to the building together. We're starting a little group here. We're gonna go see what's going on with the building. Oh no. I believe his name is, I don't want to, yes, Lester. Lester's like, yep, sorry guys, we can't let you in. Somebody sells. That's basically how he is about it. He's like, yeah, well, that's life.
What are you gonna do?
I just want to talk shit about Lester for a second. He's not supposed to be saying this shit, but he's like, you know what? I like you guys. I'm gonna tell you that somebody killed themselves. Wait, Lester, that's not how this works. What are you doing? You can't be telling them that.
Wait, did you mention the detail how Steve saw somebody walk up the stairs when they were?
Yes, that's a little bit. We're gonna get into that in a second. Yes. So we get a little information. We get like some information. Like Steve has a little like flashback. Like, he's thinking about that guy in the tie dye. I wonder if that means anything. That tie dye.
It was
Tie-dye.
sketchy. Why was he going up there when everybody else was leaving the building?
I don't know. But the group
Mm.
decides all together. They're like, you know what? We're gonna go up to that ninth floor, and we're just literally gonna break the laws. But I'm gonna let it go because it's a show. We're just gonna. I mean, they admit that they're gonna break the law. They're like, yeah, we're totally gonna go do this. And
And
Mabel
they
immediately is like, let's just go to the eighth floor instead. And they're all like, you sneaky little devil. What the? You gotta be careful.
You know how to do crime.
We don't like that. What are you doing?
They break more laws than the actual murderer.
They literally then like go up there, and I just want to say they're pulling some Scooby Doo shit. They're literally waiting for the cops to leave, which is also unrealistic. These cops, are just, for some reason, gonna leave the room where somebody killed themselves and
With the door open.
Oh yeah.
the door open. It's New York, I guess, but okay, all right. New
People
York
die
people,
every day, B.
please. Does this
What
happen
do
to you?
like? I was gonna ask you guys, like, what do you think of the detective character? At least scene. Like, what do you guys think of her? Because I was like, I like her, but she's a little unrealistic with cursing so much right now to these people. I'm like,
Yeah, some of the
not too
dialogue for
professional,
her
I
was
guess.
a little like,
Yeah, your fucking
little
little
great.
podcast. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Part of me liked her, but then part of me was like, I don't know. You're not quite like following laws. You're not really supposed to be cursing at people. I get it.
Yeah, I was like,
Like,
okay, this is a little too fictional, so I'm like, I'll just go with it. But I liked her, I guess.
she should have just asked them to leave, and that should have been the end of it. At first, she
Exactly.
was all like, "So, hey guys, what are you doing here? Are you your family?" No, okay. But yeah, we're jumping the gun a little bit. Let's go back for a second. We find gasp Tim Kono in his apartment with his ear taken off, presumably by a gun wound. And the group goes, "Oh shit! Oh no! What the fuck? What the fuck just happened?" And it's a little confusing because wait a minute, Tim wanted this package, and even the group is like, "Huh? Why would he want to do that?"
Yeah, that
What?
seems
Huh?
odd.
Weird. And they even bring this up to the cop, and the cop is like, "Ah, Jesus, y'all are one of those podcast motherfuckers."
Yeah.
Oh. But she does. It does imply that she's heard this before. That this isn't the first time. So maybe she's a little aggravated, but she's, as the great Marvel quote says, he's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah. It was funny. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, possibly. So, I don't want to hear it though. Need y'all to leave.
But yeah, now this investigation is like, what the fuck? Huh? Now we're in a rut. Where the fuck do we go? We even get reassurance that it's suicide because the cop is like, there was gunpowder and everything and yada yada yada. And
Yeah.
now they're thrown for a loop. So they just leave. And then we transition to Charles literally making an omelet and then throwing it away. I wonder if there's anything, because but
Thank
then we notice that Charles is like, Tim had a blue thing on there. Wait a minute. There's shoots on every floor as he's going to the elevator. Huh. Oh, hi, Mabel. As his Mabel goes to the motherfucking garbage bag.
you.
Why would he do that? There's a shoot on every floor. And Marty's just up. He's in the next elevator. Same thought? Uh, oh, garbage. No, not the same thought.
Not the same
I just
thought.
want I want to ask Marty, like, what were you thinking about? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's why I was like, what were you thinking about?
We never get any resurgence on this. It's like,
No.
okay, all right. So then they all decide to go to the specific shoot, which, you know, we go. They're all searching. These guys are all prepared. I just want to remind you, they got gloves on. They're
Oh, yeah.
clean.
You
They're
know how to
following,
do
like,
crime good.
safety. They're following COVID safety guidelines. They're all like, gonna clean this shit. Gonna get through there. And they're all like having a discussion, and Marty's like, man, we should make our own little podcast, you know? We should make our own little podcast.
Oh, time to get out the phone and start recording. All right. All right, now. speaking to the mic.
Yes. But they find, sadly, the failed attempts at the suicide note from Tim Kono. And then it seems as if the investigation is unfortunately at an end. And then the podcast is over. All right, guys, it's been fun. Let's go.
Great show.
Gotta go review Fast 20 and Hobbs Shaw 17.
The Rock come back.
Please.
But then we cut to Charles. He's talking to his agent like, man, they want me to do that? They want me to audition for that shit? Click.
It's no lines.
And he's like, he's literally making an omelet again. He's like, oh, well, okay. All right, I guess this is what you want to do. And he throws the omelet in the trash again, and then he's on his way, I guess. And then we see Oliver wrapping up presents, and obviously this must be for his grandchildren. That's heavily implied. Nothing really much to get into on that one. And then we literally see Mabel just putting on eyeliner, but it's worth noted that she's hearing a certain somebody named Bunny in her vent. Like, I wonder about something. I wonder if something from earlier is going to come into play here. Huh. So then they get on the elevator and they see each other, Charles and Mabel. I'm going to go do my thing. I was just going to come to get you. I couldn't stop thinking about this and that. And then literally we have this funny interaction with one of the other attendees of the apartment.
Yeah.
On skinny lips or what?
She goes soft lips. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
That was random as
so
fuck. I'm like, I know it's New York. What the fuck?
That was really fucked up.
Such a random insult. It's like is this am I supposed to be like a compliment? Like am I supposed to be flattered, or I don't know how I feel about this.
You said it was like clearly an insult, but I'm like, is that an insult? I'm sorry, wait, what? Is this how y'all insult each other out in New York? Skinny lips. It feels wrong when I say it, but like I'm also like confused at how that's also an insult at the same time. But Brazos literally says, fuck him. I'm offer only. And then he turns into Brazos, so we'll call him Brazos from now on. This scenario. And they decide that they are going to go and investigate Bunny's house because they figure, Tim, he was really, really wanting that package. But he didn't seem to get this package this time. It must have gotten lost. As Mabel and them are having a conversation of, that's right. Packages get lost because of different lines in the packaging system. So Bunny must have it. Of course she does.
Yeah.
But yes, they decide that, Mabel, oh yeah, we're totally gonna go through the vent. I'm like, wait, hold on, I'm sorry. You want us to like Mission Impossible this shit?
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna go through that vent.
No.
One, it's probably not big enough. Two, it's not gonna support your weight. Three, it's just like
no way.
no.
It's almost as if the show knows this because Brazos is like, oh no, we're not doing that. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but we're not doing that. we're not doing that. That's not happening. But then we get into this. I want to call this the emotional segment of Oliver's story. So Oliver goes over to, with the presents for the grandkids, and he's like, "Hey, grandkids, I'm here." It's like, oh, Oliver's a grandpa. That's cool. That's cute.
Yeah. What?
But there's a catch isn't there. Because Oliver starts having a conversation with his son. We establish, they're having some Jersey hang time, as he puts it, and his son immediately is cringing, like, really? That's what you came over here?
Yeah. Ask for money, Dad. It's like, mama,
Like, oh no.
By the way, it's
Oh,
like
no.
it's mixed race, right? Right?
That's what the implication is.
Yeah, I was like, oh, who's the mom? Like,
I was like, okay, Marty.
Yeah, I
you
just want
back?
to point out this show
Cool.
does that a lot, where I'm like, huh.
You back?
That's awesome.
A little, well,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just like not gonna talk about it, but like, yeah, that's confirmed. That it's like, oh, okay, well, this is just happening. All right.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Oliver gets into the conversation with the son, like, well, I'm strapped for cap, bucko. It's like, did you get a job, right? Well, I had something, and yeah, well, I lost it. Oh no.
What's going on, Oliver?
Oh, man, I think we all agree that scene was very hard to watch, because Martin Short is very, very, like, very good in that scene, because, like,
Yeah.
he's very authentic the way he's, like, portraying that he's like, he doesn't want to do this, but he doesn't have a choice. He has to ask his son for money because
Well,
he
Yeah.
needs money.
yeah.
It's good to see like a different side of Martin Short, because we always see him, like, as we see in the show, he's very eccentric, very wow, and just being funny and wacky. But seeing these very real and raw moments, I'm like, God damn, like it's hard to see it. Making me see him like that makes me feel like shit like that. Come on, if Martin Short's not happy in this scene, I'm not happy in this scene.
It's a
He's always
very interesting
energy.
scene, because we also get, like, him, like, we can't really decide whether or not if he's being genuine or not. It's really hard to tell. But when
It's true.
the son's talking, he's like, oh no.
Yeah.
That lets us know right away. This isn't the first time we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver doesn't seem like a pretty easy dad. That's for sure.
Especially since he said that he's been looking for work for like years, and I was like, years?
I mean, was that even a surprise? Because like before this moment, he was talking about, oh my God, I worked for this, I did this show, I did all this. I'm like, is any of this real? I don't buy this shit. So when he confirmed this, I'm like, yeah, kind of knew it.
Like,
Kind
you
of.
live in this expensive buildings, not working for years. It's like,
Just like living in this house and wearing these like leather suits, as if he's like on top. He's like, yeah, what's up, guys?
Man,
The
these fancy
theatrical.
robes that he wears. I'm like, damn, what kind of want to wear that?
I mean, he looks like he just came out of the hot tub. He's like,
This is
"What's up,
true.
guys?"
Like Hugh Hefner style. Like, damn.
But yes, then we flash back to Mabel and Charles, and they're having this, I want to say, really deep conversation about, like, oh, how long have you been living there? What's going on with you? That we're finally getting a little bit of these characters opening up. Mabel's opening up to him, and this really, really well done scene of Steve Martin literally, like, saying that his father in real life, in the show, abused, like, his mother verbally, and it's implied other as well, highly, and
Yeah.
he resents the fact that people compare him to his father, and it's very deep, really.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit,
Brutal.
what the
Yeah, it was kind of brutal too. I was like, damn, wow.
and
This
Selena
show.
is like
you can
in
see,
the
like,
corner,
as the scene went on, she was like, her face went just like shit.
and I'm wondering if they just gave Steve, like, a script, and he just said, like, I'm not gonna do it that way. And they didn't tell her. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna improvise this scene. Wait, what, Steve? Well, no, don't do that, because I know Steve Martin's very known for like improvising scenes. He's like,
If
fuck
it was,
that.
it was great. I was caught up in that moment. Damn, brutal.
But yeah, no, we even get like, we actually now also get this part where finally, Charles isn't actually answering a question, because after Mabel's been answering questions for him, like, it's my aunt's apartment, I'm revenerating it for her and all that good stuff. She asks him like, oh, so you like haven't lived here all just alone, right? For like 28 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, doesn't really directly answer the question, but he says like alone isn't so bad. That speaks more volumes than an actual answer.
Yeah.
And then we go back to gosh, Oliver's just like, he's starting to feel bad at this point, but like, is he really though? We can't tell, because his son is like saying, it's like, oh man, Oliver, I like you, but like, why are you making me feel conflicted now, bro?
Making me the bad guy.
It's very challenging though to watch that scene, because he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go,
Yeah.
and then the son kind of feels bad. He's like, come on, stay for Sunday dinner, stay for dinner. He's like, no, if we finally understand that he's now feeling guilty. He's basically going, yeah, I gotta go. I fucked up. I fucked up. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. But what's this? Mabel and our little Charles or Brazos, they've gotten into the apartment, and Brazos is like, okay, all right, let's search the
Where
apartment.
is it?
Let's go ahead. And Mabel's like, it's
right there, bro.
Such a funny scene, because he's like, okay, we're gonna search the apartment there. We're gonna do some CSI shit. We're gonna be like that. She's just like, there. It's a gift right there. Then they literally go outside. They're like, all right, let's go open up the pie package. Let's go up the package. Let's do the package. Let's open it up. What the fuck? Brazos is literally like, what kind of guy wants to kill, or what kind of guy kills himself after wanting a ring? What the fuck?
Yeah, expensive ass like engagement looking ring. I'm like,
it's a big reveal. It's like, wait, what?
Like, why would he do that?
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna mean something later. But then we go to Oliver. He's made up his mind. He's leaving the son's house. He's like just sulking in his own like shit. Like, okay, I'm an asshole. I'm here. But then he gets a text, which I have a little bit of a nitpick of this scene. My nitpick of this texting scene is, I guess the implication is it's a group text, but it's never specified who it is. It's very confusing, because it's like, oh, hey, come on, let's go. The investigation's getting further. It moves the plot along fine when I watch it, but in repeat viewings, I'm like, I'm sorry, wait a second. Who is this? Oh, wait, I'm questioning too much.
It was subtle, because he did like a repeat of his joke, where it was just like, we're on to a ... new situation. Because that's what Bravo's, that was his Bravo's like catch line, whatever. So if you paid attention in the beginning, you kind of like, okay, it's him, but you had to like really like remember that joke for it to be like, okay.
Yeah, that was cute.
I'm glad I asked, because I was like confused in like the third viewing, like, wait, what? Oh, okay, so it's Brazos. Okay.
It's Brazos, yeah, he's the Bravos line.
And then the Claire DeLone comes back into play as, I would say, to me, what I got out of that scene was, Oliver is finally now getting his purpose back, and he's found this group of, I want to call them friends, but they're not quite that yet. But he's found this little knit group where they're like investigating stuff. He has people he can talk to now. He's not all alone, and so he falls the stairs, and now he's bouncing back up, and he's found his purpose. We then also see Brazos, or Charles, bouncing back up his omelet and bouncing it back up.
Mhm.
And then we also see Mabel with the ring, which is like, wonder if that means anything. She has the ring. I don't remember Charles giving that to her, but
just took it.
I guess she just took it.
Mine now.
She drops it, bounces it back up, implying that they all have found their own different purposes in their own different ways. So I thought that was a very interesting little tidbit.
Yeah, it was nice.
But then we get this very interesting scene, where Charles is reading his quote. Yes, I'll read it like Sir Charles would too. Here's the thing I don't get: people who worry about living in the big city because of all the crime. As any true crime aficionado will tell you, it's the boondocks you need to worry about. And Marty's all like, that's a little PBS-y, and Marty's clearly a little jealous.
That's funny. That's funny.
He wants to be the star of the show. He's like, yeah, let's make you the star. No, I want to be the star, And then he suggests Mabel should do it. He's like, I don't think so. I'm gonna kill myself before I do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen. Yes. But they decide they're gonna lay out a timeline now. And in fact, Brazos has blueprints and maps of all the floors. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I get he played like a crime guy, but like, where'd he get all that information? I'm confused.
Maybe some
Wait.
props he got from the TV show.
Questioning too much. Questioning too much. Oh no.
He's lived in the building for 28 years. He probably has to connect with the maintenance or something.
And then Mr. Oliver suggests, well, why don't we go ahead and work on that case in the park? Nah. We should only be working on. All right. Already? Only murders in the building.
He said the title. He said the title.
Oh
Yep,
no!
roll credits.
Oh no! Holy shit! But then we get this interesting little tidbitty scene that I think is a very interesting thing that I'll ask you guys about in here in a second.
Okay.
Charles gets stopped by a neighbor. He's like, "Yeah, hey, how are you doing? I smell those omelets. Oh, I'll just try them, man. I like it. It reminds me of Lucy." It's like, oh, well, first of
Yes.
all, who's Lucy, and why does Charles seem to be all like distraught about it? He's like, you can see his facial features go from like, the fuck.
Yeah.
Because apparently omelets are Lucy's favorite, so, I wonder if him throwing it away meant anything. It must have meant something. I wonder if we're going to find out about that later on,
Dun, dun, dun.
Secrets.
But yeah, he gets asked, do you see Lucy, right? Yeah, here and there. I think we kind of got part of our answer.
Yeah.
Lucy is already, like, it's not Lucy Liu, that's for sure. But yeah, say hi to Lucy for me. Oh, I wonder if that means anything. But then we get this nice little monologue of all of the characters, saying that everybody has their own secrets. We see Oliver has his little secret of, not being able to pay the bills. We see that Brazos has his own secret over here with Lucy. Like, who's Lucy? I wonder who that is. That's gonna come up later, probably. And then, dun dun dun, we have the big reveal.
Hardy
Go over
Boys.
to the Hardy Boys. Who's on the
Oh,
picture?
shit.
Tim Goda.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna ask you guys as our closing question: why do you think that she's hiding that she knows who Tim Kono is as of this point? Why do you think? What's your theory?
Well, at this point, maybe there's something with this Tim Konos guy that more than meets the eye. We don't know. Maybe he's working underworld. I don't know. Maybe she did some shady stuff with him. We don't know. So maybe she's like, she wants to solve the murder, but she doesn't want to, reveal names. What are their names? Where are those names? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't even know their names other than Tim now.
I
We
don't
find
know.
out,
Who's the other guys?
we know that there's like
Yeah.
another girl, another guy, because she,
Yeah.
'cause she says this when she opens up the Browns house, but
Yeah.
she seemed to leave out that Tim Kono was in those Hardy Boys.
Exactly. Just conveniently like, oh
Oops.
yeah. That didn't go
Oops, let me just leave that out.
well.
So now we found out that Mabel is keeping secrets. So I wonder, what does that mean? But now we've ended the episode, and that's it for that one. We went longer than the actual episode, or just about.
Speaking of Mabel, um, when they were in the trash in the scene where they were inspecting the trash and they were looking at the suicide note,
Mm-hmm.
the suicide notes, multiple. Um, if you look at it, there's actually two different types of handwriting.
Oh,
Oh,
I did not notice.
I did not catch that. Ooh.
Yeah, if you look at it, the handwriting is completely different.
Oh, shit.
So I'm
Interesting.
just like, oh,
Should have mean
Is
something.
is she
Is there anything
behind it?
you noticed, Seb, that you didn't notice?
Man, well, the big thing, the biggest mystery for this episode is how are these old people that don't know how to use even an iPhone can edit and record a podcast?
see, that is a good ass question. Yes.
Because man, I'm like, how do they even know how to get the microphone, all the equipment, the recording stuff, edit the podcast with the music and stuff? What?
Exactly.
Hmm. I know they have Mabel. She's the younger person, but
But Mabel's not even putting in any work into this. She just kind
yeah,
of
she
there,
doesn't look like she's very tech savvy. So I'm like, what? that's my big question of this
part
episode.
of
Like,
me
how are
wants to
these
say like, they're in the entertainment industry, but wait, hold on. They know.
doing
Wait, what?
this? Well, I'm just curious. Like, I know, I guess they're using an iPhone to record, but how do they know how to edit? That's my question. I was like, wow, wow,
Apparently they got Adobe Flash in here or something. I don't know.
man.
Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it.
That was interesting. But yeah, what I noticed that was what caught my interest is Charles is I know obviously Mabel's like the big mystery out of the three. I guess looks the most innocent, the most far away from the case. He might be attached to it, but Charles, I don't know, man. He's a little,
He's got that Winnie. I don't know.
yeah, a little iffy. He's supposed to, super cool, but who's Lucy? You find some stuff like here and there. It's a little bit about him. Like, I don't know about this guy. I don't
Like,
know.
you're wasting eggs. Like you just like cooking stuff and just throwing it away. I'm like,
Yeah.
Technical difficulties, everybody. Seb said something that happens in episode 2, so we'll be right back. Oh, Seb, did you say something?
Yeah. So yeah, Charles, man. I don't know. He's uh, he's somebody to look out for. That's all I'm gonna say.
Honestly, for me, I thought it was very interesting that you would say that, because I never thought that. For me, it was like Mabel the whole time. Like, wait a minute, like she's having this dream about killing a dude, and
Mhm.
she's keeping secrets. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh
Something
no. Yeah.
about her.
Yeah. Out of this episode, yeah, I was like, okay, so that was a big shocker. Like she's connected as Tim Kono's guy. Like, what's going on here? Who's this guy and this other girl in the picture? What is going on? Hardy Boys. What is all this? What's going on? She's a big mystery. How can she afford to live there? That's another
yeah,
question.
that
Yeah,
was
we
my
never
big
get the
question.
answer. I mean,
I'm
we
like,
kind of get the answer, but not really.
how is she living
Not
here?
really.
Like, what does she do?
What does she do?
Yeah, and then the whole Tim
Yeah, we never
Kono
get the
thing.
answer to that. We don't even know her job. There's
No.
no
It's
like
just
job.
like it's a lot of questions around her. Like we get some stuff of Oliver, and Charles is keeping stuff, but we get a little bit about him. But like Mabel's is like, there's too much. There's too much like red flags going up. Where it's like, I don't know about you. Like you got a lot going on.
I was about to say, is your aunt like super rich? Because even the minute
Yeah.
Charles gets in the apartment, he's like,
God damn, this is a big ass apartment.
"What the shit?"
This is bigger than mine.
Well, yeah, I guess
So, yeah,
that's all of our theories, all of our thoughts on only murders in the building, and I hope to see both of you two next week so we can
Oh yeah,
dive into the second episode. And
juicy details.
yeah, I'm so happy they renewed this show. It's so
Oh,
great.
yeah. It's a great show. It's funny, smart, well written. A lot of deep points sometimes, and also I will say, because but before the show, I had no idea what the show was about. I was like, what is going on? Wooly Murders a Building, Steve Martin, Martin Short. I was like, oh, is this another troupe show they're doing, another comedy show they're doing together? All right, whatever. Then I saw Selena Gomez was there. I'm like, wait, what? She's what? So I thought it was like a a Broadway show they were doing or something. It looked very like
Only
theatrical.
murders in the building. Only
Yeah,
Very
dancing and
theatrical.
singing and
imagine.
shit.
What's going on? And then I saw it was on Hulu. I'm like, oh, let me check this out. And I will say, like, Selena Gomez as this episode, I was like, hey, she can roll off with these comedy legends. She can roll off a little bit. Obviously, she's not supposed to be hilarious, but I like her interactions with them. She's obviously the younger, more knowledgeable thing than with these older guys. But then these older guys have a lot of experience that she doesn't have. So I like that dynamic. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, because she was brought in pretty late into the show.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, that even in an interview, Martin Short's next to her, you could have sucked.
Yeah.
He looked her straight in the eyes on the Colbert interview and said, "You could have
But
sucked."
also, what I also loved about her is I love that she's young, but she's also a woman. So these older guys, they might say some things that are not very PC anymore. So I love that she's quick to stop it on the tracks. Like, okay, don't say that stuff. Like, please, like that's
Yeah, that's creepy as shit.
please. And they're like, okay, shit, all right, sorry. We didn't know
Because
we were that shit.
immediately the minute like Marty's like trying to like appeal like the beats thing, she's like, "Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on." She didn't even have
And
to say anything.
I really love Martin Short in this episode. He's just funny and very good acting with him, man. Great.
I just firmly believe that Steve was like, "Oh my god, you again?"
Martin Short again with me.
Oh no. Yeah, so like what would you guys rate this episode out of 10? I'm just curious, out of curiosity.
Go ahead, Henry, if you have it.
It's a good question. I would say maybe like 8.5 or like 9 because it's like I think it does what like a good like pilot episode should do in terms of like we introduce the characters, it gives us a little bit of mystery, makes us want to watch the next episode. I mean, that's really all the first episode needs to do is get us to watch the next episode. And it's just like, okay, these characters are interesting and I want to know more about them. And we already got 2 dead bodies in the first episode. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I have to know what, the mystery behind these. And there seems to be like some story within story stuff with the other podcasts, with the not okay and Oklahoma and the girls' panties, find that in the farm. So it's just like, okay, there's enough stuff that's going on. It's interesting and funny, and so I would say it was 8.5, 9. It's not perfect, but
Okay.
definitely like
Awesome. I would give it like a 9.5 because again, I had no idea what the show was about. It just looked interesting to me. So just jumping right in, and I just got surprised by how much I enjoyed everything. And it was funny. It also has a charm. There's a charm to it. The characters are very, delightful. They have some cool quirks and stuff, some cool personalities. They're pretty fucked up people. They're pretty fucked up. But
That's an overstatement.
but I think their energy, the good charisma, they have a lot of good chemistry together. And again, like the mysteries, like I got absorbed by the whole mystery. Like, what's going on with this Tim Conan? Especially the ending was like a quick shocker for me. So I was really absorbed by it. I mean, the good thing about this, I had like a couple more episodes already that were released already, so I didn't have to wait too long for like the next episode. But I imagine if I saw this live when it came out, like the first week, I would have been like, God, man, I can't have to wait for another week for this next. God, so it really caught me off and I couldn't wait for the next episode, so thankfully I didn't have to wait. So yeah, it's 9.5 because it really surprised me. I really enjoyed the hell out of this.
Well said, man. Well said. So first of all, before I even give my rating, I want to say that I want to thank you, Seb, because you posted about this show, and I'm like, really? Is it that good? I mean, I like Steve Martin and Martin Short, but I don't know. I've never really seen Selena in acting before. You were like, oh man, she's great. And I got too curious. I kept seeing him. Like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
All right, this show is cool.
Yeah. And Selena was cool. I think. Well, I won't say it now, but she was good. I will say, acting wise, she was good.
I mean, to me, it was like she was supposed to be this like monotone, like
Yeah.
darker, kind of like more laid back. I didn't expect anything of it. I know she's been getting criticism on IMDb and shit like that, and it's like,
Really.
yeah, I wouldn't read the reviews on there. They're not very nice to her. They are a little rude, quite frankly.
Yeah.
They're
And you
calling
can
her
edit this
this
out if you
thing.
want. There's one episode that her acting was like not as good. And I'm like, it's rough, but
Interesting. I wanna follow up on that. I'm curious which one you're actually talking about then.
oh, we'll see. You guys find out. Subscribe to Metal, man. Subscribe and find
Oh
out.
my god. But yeah, I would say for me, I'm very biased when it comes to Steve Martin and Martin Short. I absolutely adore them. I also want to shout out that Steve Martin has a bluegrass band. This is actually serious. He does. And I experienced it again because I remembered while watching the show, oh yeah, he has a bluegrass band. Back to the topic of the show. I thought it was a very well written pilot episode. There's a lot of little tidbits in there of little details that they're hiding. The score is pretty good. The theme is nice. I really like the dynamic of all three of those characters together, and they work well.
Yeah.
Honestly, they riff well off of each other, and even when it's just two of them in a room, they're pretty good. Martin Short's great. Steve Martin's fantastic as always, and Selena Gomez, I enjoyed her quite a bit. I'd say 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, Steve and Martin are naturally good together. Just they're almost like sleepwalking through this. They're like,
It
we
seemed
got
like it.
This is
They
what
were
we
like,
do.
yeah, that's what we do.
yeah, because I was about to say Steve hasn't acted for a while, has he? Until this show, because I was
Yeah.
looking him up, and I'm like, huh.
Was his
That's
last
right.
Pink Panther? I hope
Oh
not.
God, as far as movies, yeah, I mean even TV shows though, he hasn't really done anything like this big,
Yeah, it's been a while.
nothing to this scale.
Yeah. No.
It's good to have him back. Hopefully, this is a cool launch pad to get him to do more movies again and more TV shows. I don't know.
Hopefully, I hope so.
Yeah,
But
I hope so
Martin's
too.
over here like, I'm gonna get roles. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like
his
his characters.
last.
Like, I'll get something.
Oof, what was his last like acting?
It's probably like Pink Panther 2. I think so.
Is
I
that
think
why
that's
he
the last time I
did
saw him.
stopped acting? Or what the fuck? What the hell was that one movie where he fucking had? Was it not? Was it Cheaper by the Dozen? I think so.
Oh,
That
Right,
was a
yeah.
Cheaper by Dozen 2?
Yeah, that was 2005.
yeah.
Damn.
He's definitely acted like after that though. It's just it's
Yeah.
still been a
I think it's Pink
while.
Panther 2, I think.
It looks like it's like 2015, 2016. It looks like.
You really want to think of Pink Panther too? Oh my god.
It's just Pink Panther 2. So I'm glad that was not his last project because the show's way better. Pink Panther 2.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, Pink Panther was like highly improvised, and oh my god.
Ugh.
Ugh.
That always works out.
Sometimes they can. Not
So
not that movie didn't.
no.
Saying this one. I watched that recently, and I'm like, ooh, I like this
Oh.
as a kid. The
Yeah, I
hamburger
like this
joke,
shit.
really? What was wrong with me? Was I just watching your fiance? Yeah, I think I
That's a
was.
mystery to solve. Why did you like that movie?
Oh fuck,
Wanna
I didn't like
make
that movie. That movie gets a fuck you out of 10. My God, we have so good derailed off topic by accident.
See, Martin, If you're watching
It's
this,
Steve Martin cast. what's up? We're gonna talk about Pink Panther 2. You know, I don't even remember that movie.
Cheaper by the dozen too.
I didn't even see that one with Taylor Lautner. I think in his
Taylor
acting
Lautner.
debut.
Oh,
Still
really?
on,
He's in
right?
that?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Damn, Steve Martin just loves to hang out with young actors, huh? The hot thing.
Oh, he used to.
He used to. I mean, he's still doing it now with Selena Gomez.
Yeah, Taylor Lautner was in
Yeah, he's
it.
still doing it. I mean,
I remember.
Lindsay Lohan in one movie, right? Or
Uh
everybody doesn't. Was she in that movie? I don't know.
oh,
Which
I
one?
think you're thinking of Hillary Duff.
Oh,
That-
Hillary Duff.
that
That's
movie,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
I
Hillary
don't,
Duff.
I don't think Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, Hillary
Lindsay
Duff.
McGuire.
Yeah, it was Hilly Duff.
Yeah, you can blame Disney for canceling the Lizzie McGuire reunion. They
Mhm.
said they don't want to make it, adult. They didn't want to do it, so
Only
that's
murders
not
in
happening.
the building.
Only Hillary Duff on Disney Plus. Oh well, not Hillary Duff. All right,
Only
that's
Hillary
enough
Duff.
of this. Let's end the podcast. We're done here. Henry, is there anywhere anybody can find you out there? Nowhere, anywhere.
Yeah.
Just anonymous guy on the internet. For now.
There's a guy who hops in a podcast sometimes.
Yeah.
But you can find me. Wait, let's see if you can see this. You can't. I think you can't see it. God damn it! I'm trying to do a plug. All right, I gotta get out of my apartment. Hold on. I gotta
Technical difficulties,
second.
folks. Oh, hold on.
Let me go to my room for a second. Hold on. There we go.
You can't make this shit up.
There we go. Can you see this? No, you can't see that. I don't know. Just pause the video and just like squint your eyes. You'll see this
I'm
part.
only seeing one word, but I think that'll work.
If you saw it, just pause it on minute 59. Just pause it and go subscribe to my channel. Hablando shit. Where these lovely people have been there.
Oh my lord.
Talk a lot of shit.
My ad read. You can find me here at the Andrew Stittle Podcast on Andrew Stittle YouTube. You can find my movie reviews as well here. You can find soon to be coming out the podcast I'm doing with Alvaro, my friend, my personal friend, in late December called Scratch That. This is an announcement before the announcement. Scratch That. Let's talk about this. A podcast
Yeah.
where we discuss movies, music, all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
And you can also subscribe down there. Oh yeah, you guys gonna. I'm kidding. Stay here.
Oh,
down
no.
there for a down there for $1. You can give me $1 for the podcast, where I will give you a shout out at the end of the video, and you get the video a day early as well.
Ooh, a $1 hollow. Okay.
Perks. The perks. Damn.
So, thanks for watching. Watch these guys. Well, watch Seb over here. Henry will be here.
Henry will be there.
I'm just here talking.
That was
soft
all.
shit.
Of the Interstellar Podcast.